Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Before we get into today's topic, make sure to like and subscribe to get all our content. Then leave us a comment and tell us what subjects you want to hear about next. The upcoming 2025 Superman film, directed by James Gunn, has generated immense excitement among fans worldwide. As the most iconic superhero of all time, Superman's cinematic return has sparked debates and discussions about what fans want to see in the new film. In this video, we will explore the key elements that Superman fans are eagerly anticipating in the 2025 film. Number 5. A more personal and character-driven Superman. One of the primary concerns among fans is that the previous Superman films have focused too much on action and spectacle, neglecting the character's emotional depth and personal struggles. Fans want to see a more nuanced and character-driven story that explores Superman's inner turmoil, relationships, and vulnerabilities. A more personal approach would allow audiences to connect with the character on a deeper level, making his heroic actions more meaningful and impactful. Since his debut in comic books in 1938, Superman has been a cultural icon, inspiring numerous film adaptations that have reimagined the character in various ways. From the classic 1978 film starring Christopher Reeve to the more recent DC Extended Universe, aka DCEU movies, Superman's on-screen portrayal has undergone significant changes, reflecting the creative visions of different filmmakers and the evolving values of the times. One of the most notable differences is the tone and atmosphere of the films. The Christopher Reeve movies, for example, were characterized by a sense of optimism, wonder, and nostalgia, while the 1990s and 2000s films, such as Superman Returns, took a more somber and introspective approach. In contrast, the DCEU films, including 2013's Man of Steel and 2016's Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, have presented a darker, more brooding Superman. Another significant variation is the way Superman's powers and abilities are depicted. In some films, such as the 1978 classic, Superman's powers are portrayed as almost godlike, while in others, like Man of Steel, they are more restrained and vulnerable. Additionally, the character's backstory and relationships have been reinterpreted in different ways, with some films focusing on his Kryptonian heritage and others emphasizing his human side. These variations demonstrate the enduring appeal and versatility of the Superman character, allowing filmmakers to reimagine and reinterpret him for new generations of audiences. As the character continues to evolve on the big screen, it will be exciting to see how future filmmakers choose to portray the iconic Man of Steel. Number 4. A stronger focus on Lois Lane. Lois Lane, Superman's iconic love interest and fellow journalist, has often been relegated to a secondary role in previous films. Fans want to see a more substantial and empowered Lois Lane, who is not only Superman's love interest, but also a talented and independent journalist. Lois Lane, Superman's iconic love interest and fellow journalist, has been a staple of Superman films since the 1978 classic starring Christopher Reeve. Over the years, Lois Lane's portrayal has undergone significant changes, reflecting the evolving values of the times and the creative visions of different filmmakers. In the 1978 and 1980s films, Lois Lane, played by Margot Kidder, was depicted as a smart, independent, and determined journalist who was also vulnerable and romantic. This portrayal set the tone for future Lois Lanes, who often walked the fine line between professionalism and emotional vulnerability. However, in subsequent films, Lois Lane's character was often reduced to a damsel in distress stereotype. In Superman Returns, Kate Bosworth's Lois Lane was portrayed as a single mother struggling to balance her career and personal life. While this added a new layer of complexity to the character, it also reinforced the notion that Lois Lane was primarily defined by her relationships with Superman and her child. In the DC Extended Universe films, including Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Amy Adams' Lois Lane was given more agency and depth. This Lois Lane was a talented and fearless journalist who was not afraid to take risks and challenge authority. However, even in these films, Lois Lane's character was often overshadowed by Superman's heroics and romantic entanglements. Hopefully, Gunn can create a strong, dynamic heroine who matches wit with Clark Kent, while also being vulnerable enough to flirt with Superman. Number 3. A more balanced and thoughtful approach to Superman's powers. Superman's incredible powers have often been depicted as a double-edged sword, with some films showcasing his abilities as a blessing and others as a curse. Fans want to see a more balanced and thoughtful approach to Superman's powers, exploring both the benefits and drawbacks of his abilities. This could involve depicting Superman's struggles with his powers, his efforts to control and use them responsibly, and the consequences of his actions. The portrayal of violence in Superman films has undergone significant changes over the years, reflecting shifting societal attitudes, creative visions, and the evolving tone of the franchise. From the classic 1978 film to the more recent DCEU movies, the depiction of violence in Superman films has ranged from lighthearted and cartoonish to dark and consequential. In the 1978 film, violence was largely depicted as a cartoonish and bloodless affair, with Superman's battles against Lex Luthor and General Zod featuring minimal destruction and no lasting consequences. This tone was consistent with the film's overall lighthearted and optimistic approach. In contrast, Man of Steel and its sequel, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, presented a much darker and more destructive portrayal of violence. This film's depiction of Superman's battles against General Zod and Doomsday featured widespread destruction, civilian casualties, and a more somber tone. This shift in tone reflected the DCEU's efforts to create a more action-driven and real-world repercussions superhero universe. However, this darker approach to violence has also been criticized for its potential glorification of destruction and its lack of consequences for Superman's actions. As the Superman franchise continues to evolve, it will be interesting to see how future films balance the need for action and excitement with the need for responsible and thoughtful portrayals of violence. Number 2. The characters like Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl. The upcoming Superman film has generated immense excitement among fans, with rumors of new characters and storylines adding to the anticipation. Two of the most intriguing additions to the Superman universe are Mr. Terrific, played by Eddie Gathegi, and Hawkgirl, played by Isabella Merced, both of whom are set to make their big-screen debut in the new movie. Mr. Terrific, aka Michael Holt, is a brilliant inventor and martial artist who has been a member of the Justice Society of America. As a self-made hero, Mr. Terrific brings a unique perspective to the Superman universe, and his skills as a strategist and fighter make him a valuable ally for the Man of Steel. Hawkgirl, aka Kendra Saunders, is an ancient Egyptian warrior who has been reincarnated multiple times, with each life granting her new memories and experiences. As a winged warrior with superhuman strength and agility, Hawkgirl is a formidable hero in her own right. Her complex and nuanced character adds depth to the Superman universe. The inclusion of Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl in the new Superman film is a bold move, as it expands the universe and introduces new characters and storylines. However, it is also a testament to the riches and diversity of the DC Comics universe, which has a wealth of fascinating characters waiting to be brought to life on the big screen. The chemistry between Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Superman will be a key aspect of the film, as the three heroes navigate their relationships and work together to save the world. With their unique skills and perspectives, Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl are set to bring a fresh and exciting dynamic to the Superman universe, and fans are eagerly anticipating their big screen debut. Number 1. Fans can't wait to meet Krypto, the Superdog. Krypto, the loyal canine companion of Superman, has been a beloved character in the DC Comics universe since his introduction in 1955. As Superman's pet dog from his home planet of Krypton, Krypto shares his owner's incredible abilities, including super strength, speed, and the power of flight. In the comics, Krypto has been depicted as a faithful and trusted companion to Superman, often assisting him in battles against villains and providing emotional support. Krypto's loyalty and devotion to Superman have made him a fan favorite, and his appearances in various comic book series and animated shows have cemented his place in the Superman mythos. With the upcoming Superman film, fans are eagerly anticipating Krypto's big screen debut. While details about the film's plot and Krypto's role are scarce, it is expected that the Superdog will play a significant part in the story, possibly serving as a symbol of Superman's connection to his Kryptonian heritage and his humanity. The inclusion of Krypto in the film is a nod to the character's rich history in the comics and his enduring popularity among fans. After watching Krypto steal the teaser trailer last year, he became a fan favorite immediately. With his loyalty, bravery, and superpowers, Krypto is the perfect companion for the Man of Steel, and his big screen debut is highly anticipated. Time to wrap this up. Before we go, let's wrap this up and away. Superman fans have high expectations for the 2025 film directed by James Gunn. By delivering a more personal and character-driven story like Gunn did for Guardians of the Galaxy, a more balanced approach to Superman's powers and maintaining visually stunning action sequences, the film can meet and exceed fans' expectations. With Gunn's proven track record of delivering fan-pleasing films, Superman fans are eagerly anticipating a new era for the Man of Steel.